everyone and welcome once again to Wrestling Showdown Rewind here on the W3L network every Sunday at 12 o'clock. As you know, thanks for joining me. Thank you for having hit the subscribe button. If you've not, please do it. One button click is all it takes and you'll be notified every Sunday at 12 when we release another edition of Wrestling Showdown Rewind. And of course when we put up anything else here on the amazing W3L network, because we bring lots of content. There's playlists, there's a whole bunch of stuff for you to watch so we can bring you some live events. This is our current schedule. These are the events that have been rescheduled from earlier in this year. Obviously dates are all subject to change, but original tickets will remain valid. So if you did buy a ticket for these events back in April, keep it. As soon as we can bring those events to you, we will, and your original ticket will still be valid. And of course when we do return, we'll have Crafty Connoisseur sponsoring all of our live events. You should check out their website. You can make a purchase from them. Seeing as all non-essential shops are now shut through the west of Scotland, why not get in touch with Crafty? They can send stuff right to your door. You won't even have to leave the house. What more could you want? Check them out. Go to recrafty.co.uk for more details on that. And if you want to see more amazing W3L stuff, head to W3LBoxOffice.com. You can watch a bunch of our amazing events via digital download. We've got full events, compilations, the historic 10-year documentary. It's all there, tons to watch. And if you've got some money burning a hole in your pocket, if you're feeling festive, because you know Christmas is rapidly approaching, and if you're thinking of buying a present, why not chuck some money our way? Get a fan support package. Prices begin at only £5, and for that money you're going to get a DVD, you'll get a signed poster, you'll get cheap ringside tickets and an exclusive video message from a W3L star of your choice. All that and more available on our website. I'll tell you more about that a little later on. But let's have a match. And as we continue dipping into the W3L archives, we have now reached the start of 2009. This event takes place at the famed Windsor Hotel in Kirkcaldy, and we're going to see a very new look Nathan Reynolds. It's been quite a while chronologically since his last W3L match that we saw here in Rewind. In this one, he has changed. He now looks more darker, more sinister. He has really upped the intensity levels, and he is looking to gain a victory. Will he be able to defeat Jamie Feerick in this week's match? Let's get down to ringside and find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce here with your Wrestling Showdown Rewind. We've got a match from January of 2009 as we continue to go through the extensive W3L back catalogue. And there on the right hand side of your screen, just currently being checked by the referee, is Nathan Reynolds, and a new look Nathan Reynolds since we last saw him. It was 7 weeks ago here in Rewind that we saw him in a match against Micken, and that was from the May of 2007. Between the end of January 2009, he's obviously undergone a bit of a change. And the man he's facing there in the white and silver trousers is Jamie Feerick, one of, I think it's fair to say, one of the forgotten men of Scottish wrestling. I think sometimes that there's so many people coming through the many training schools in Scotland that sometimes it's very easy to kind of get lost in the shuffle and not really stick out or anything. I mean, Jamie Feerick debuted sort of late 2007 and wrestled only maybe until sort of 2015. So he did have a fairly long career wrestling mainly in the west of Scotland and down in England, but again never quite broke out the pack like some of his peers did. Reynolds, and look at the power of Reynolds at hip toss. Much more aggressive attitude from Reynolds than we saw before, and it's all changed with him. I mean, previously we saw him accompanied by Amy, but now he's on his own. He's got this new goth look to him. He's got paint around the eyes, more vicious attitude. Look at the ease in which he hoists up Feerick, who to be fair doesn't weigh a lot, but I mean, Reynolds flinging him around like he's nothing. And since the May of 2007, which is when his prior Rewind match took place, he's continued to be part of W3L. He wrestled a number of tag team contests. He was of course part of the inaugural Resolution event. You can of course see that if you go on to W3LBoxOffice.com, or it's available on DVD as well if that was your choice. He's also challenged Mike Musso for the heavyweight title a couple of times. Jamie Feerick shows some power of his own, but maybe the body slam's a step too far. With momentum and Reynolds moving, he's able to get those hip tosses, but the slam wasn't to be. And with momentum on his side there, he knocks him down with a clothesline. I mean, you can see Feerick is a thinly built man. He's obviously quite wiry and agile, whereas Reynolds is the more powerful of the two, as you can quite clearly see as he nails that side backbreaker almost more into the ribs than anything else. Again, we're seeing a much more vicious attitude from Reynolds, who just gets a count of 2 there. I think those matches for the heavyweight title maybe given him a focus. The way he dropped to a knee as he drove that elbow right in the back of Feerick's head. Reynolds doing exactly what he placed the point of that elbow right in the crook of the neck, and then the lower back as well. So Reynolds has become much more vicious. Maybe he has an eye on heading for the heavyweight championship at the earliest availability. Certainly no stranger to bending the rules, and just explodes across the ring. Feerick had nowhere to go, and those ropes are tight, and Reynolds ran his knee right into him. Covering him again, but Feerick still showing some fire, and Reynolds throttling him. Referee count to 5, getting to break. Now Feerick had appeared a couple of times in W3L, but I mean he only ever really appeared a few times. Back in the June of the prior year, being 2008, he had the unenviable task of having to face the monstrous Prince of Pain we saw last week here. Oh, wait a minute, an inside cradle! Feerick out of nowhere nearly wrapped this one up. And Nathan Reynolds, look at the sadistic grin across his face. He hammered Feerick. That closing, when it goes to the cover, pages of 2. That closing would have been bad enough on its own, but with Reynolds ricocheting off the ropes like that, it is 10 times as worse. And Feerick barely moving. And knee at the spine would help many. And this is a streak. If you're only familiar with Nathan Reynolds in his more recent years, particularly in W3L when he was, of course, a 2-time heavyweight champion, such a kind of nice, fun-loving guy, quite easy-going. It's like night and day compared to this. It's really interesting to see him back here in the January of 2009, and this horrible, vicious attitude, this evil streak that he had in him, that led to him becoming eventually the popular heavyweight champion, as he now rakes the face of Jamie Feerick along the top rope. Of course, that rope is covered in electrical tape. There's obviously edges to each bit of the tape, and Feerick's eyes getting caught on it. Oh, Feerick, I think he maybe went for a body press, tried to use momentum, but no, lands on his feet, and Reynolds just backbreakers him instead. And the power advantage as Reynolds go for the cover yet again. The power advantage has definitely gone to Reynolds in this match, and he has dominated Jamie Feerick, who's, let's be honest, he's struggled. Oh, using his speed, gets the crucifix. Can he get Reynolds out? And he does! He gets there. Nathan Reynolds could just do it. A couple of times he's got cradles out of nowhere, and it surprised Nathan Reynolds, who just turns him almost inside out with that neckbreaker. Well, this is going to end the match. I think Nathan Reynolds gets the victory over Jamie Feerick. Wow, Jamie Feerick hobs a shoulder off the canvas. If he's going to go down, it's not going to be without a fight. He's showing some heart and resiliency here. And again, it's not like he's a slouch. He's been wrestling for at least well over 1 year anyway. Reynolds with that bear hug as he squeezes away, because every time Feerick breathes in, Reynolds applies that bear hug even tighter, meaning that next time Feerick has got less less space to kind of get a breath, basically. He can take less breath into his body. He's nearly unconscious. Is his hand going to drop for a third time? No, not quite yet, because it dropped 3 times. The referee will rule that as a TKO. And just clapping at the ears. Oh, hold on. This can only be a bad landing for him. Oh wait, oh! A roll up! He lands on his feet and rolls up Reynolds. And again, this is where Feerick's been at his best, when he gets these cradles in. And the Casadora stuns Reynolds, but for how long? And an Enzugiri who's a bit reckless, maybe didn't hit as crisply as we'd have liked, but he clocked him. But Reynolds moving already. He is not staying down. And his already surly attitude is only going to be made worse by this. Drop kick, Reynolds falls into the ropes. It's the only thing that kept him up. Feerick launched into the corner and just measuring him, but he took too long and went right into the corner. Jamie Feerick is going for a Yoshitonic. No, Reynolds is not having it. Drops down, won't let him get it. Hang on, Feerick. Oh, he fell for it. Feerick fell for the Yoshitonic, and he manages to pin Nathan Reynolds. Jamie Feerick uses the Yoshitonic and pins Reynolds. I hate to say it, but that is a massive, massive upset. But Jamie Feerick gets a pin over Nathan Reynolds here on Wrestling Showdown Rewind.
What a surprise victory for Jamie Feerick, beating Nathan Reynolds. Sure, I won't have improved Reynolds' mood any, but that is a taste of the amazing stuff that we bring you here every week on Wrestling Showdown Rewind. We've got them all archived. You've got in the playlist section for W3L Network, you'll see them all there. And of course, we bring you a new archival match every week as we continue trawling through the W3L archives, bringing you classic goodness that has never been seen before. So make sure you've subscribed if you haven't already. And that's just a way of keeping you entertained until we can be back up and bringing you live wrestling. These, of course, are the dates that we currently have scheduled. Today, the ones that we're planning to bring you back in April, but they've been rescheduled a couple of times since. They're possibly going to be rescheduled again, depending on how the restrictions work out. So keep your tickets if you still got them. Original tickets will remain valid. You will not miss out on anything. But this is currently what we have to work with. Again, all subject to change. And when we are back, we're going to have Crafty Connoisseur sponsoring our live events. Thank you so much to them for that. Remember to check out their website, areyourcrafty.co.uk. You'll be able to find all the amazing things that they have for you to purchase. They will send it straight to your door. You don't even have to leave the house, ladies and gentlemen, which is ideal. Yeah, they can get that sent straight to you. Now, while you're waiting for your purchase from Crafty to arrive, head to the W3L box office. You can watch a bunch of our events via digital download. We've got full live events. We've got compilations in the historic 10-year documentary. All there for you to enjoy until we can bring you live wrestling again. And if you've got any money left after spending it on Crafty, buy a fan support package. Prices begin at only a £5, and for that money, not only get cheap ringside tickets for whatever events you want to use them on when we return, you'll get a DVD, a signed poster, and an exclusive video message from a W3L star of your choice. We also have an amazing array of new t-shirts, plus we've got DVDs you can purchase as well. All of these are available from our website. It's at w3lwrestling.com. Make your purchase there and sign up to the mailing list while you are at it. Give us a like on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, join us on Instagram, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, use that hashtag. Tell us what you thought of Nathan Reynolds' new look. Not something that he necessarily kept for a long time, but certainly changed up in 2009, didn't it? And tell us what you're looking forward to. We've got loads more still to come, some really exciting matches from the archives planned for the weeks ahead. And then come back here in 7 days' time as I bring you another edition of Wrestling Showdown Rewind.